It smells of vodka. I don't know if that makes me climb better or not. Hi, my name's Lucy. I compete in paraclimbing for Great Britain, and this is what's in my kit bag. So first up is rope. In paraclimbing comps, we compete on a top rope. So that's when the rope's at the top of the wall and you have someone belaying you. I have rope for lead climbing when I'm training, which is when you clip the rope in as you go up the wall. Not every paraclimber can lead climb. Maybe they've got an impairment in their hands, or maybe they're a campus climber, so taking a hand off to clip can be quite tricky. So our comps are on top rope to make it inclusive of everyone. This is my kit bag. It's from Craghoppers. This is like my favourite all-time bag. It's really big, it's waterproof, and I can fit just about everything I need in it. Let's open the bag up. Headphones, super important. It can get quite noisy in a climbing centre, so headphones go on, cheesy playlist goes on, and I try and get in the zone and train. I have a playlist called Climbing Hype that I play on repeat. It's a combination of anything from Spice Girls to Louis Theroux's song that went viral on TikTok, Jiggle Jiggle, because I'm in my Louis Theroux era. Let's have a quick nosy. Fireworks by Katy Perry, Break My Soul, Beyonce, Chocolate, the 1975, Think About Things. They're like the best song from Eurovision, obviously. And then we go to like Year 3000 by Busted. We go to Mamadi the Hump, throwback. But I'm always looking for suggestions. Oh, we've got Kishy One Direction as well, because who doesn't like One Direction really? Some people climb in headphones if they've got a sensory impairment to help block things out. If they're a visually impaired climber, they use a headset to communicate with their guide to help them climb up the wall. A good place for new visually impaired or blind climbers to start is literally just using their phone and some headphones and just call up your friend or belayer who's at the bottom of the wall. They obviously need to be at the bottom of the wall so they can see what you're doing. And yeah, they can speak through your phone and guide you up the wall. So it's kind of a cheap and affordable way for everyone to participate. We've got some Rhino Repair cream. My hands get absolutely battered when climbing, and because I'm a wheelchair user, my skin on my hands regularly kind of break because I'm pushing a chair all day, every day. So it's really important to keep my skin fresh. I'm doing quite well for calluses at the minute. They're starting to break. I compete in paracanoe as well. So I paddle, which means my skin breaks here from holding a paddle, and then my skin breaks here from climbing. So it's just non-stop, which is why it's super important to keep my skin fresh. And one of the most important things are my shoes. I use the Scarpa Origins. Because of my impairment, my feet are quite a funky shape and shoes are difficult to find, but I really like these because they open really wide, so it's super easy to get my feet in, and they look really cool. I have liquid chalk and powdered chalk as well, which I will dig out in a minute. So coat my hands in this. It smells of vodka. I don't know if that makes me climb better or not. You have to wait for it to dry, so you'll see people doing this a lot. The funky like chalk drying hand dance. Oh, inhaler because asthma. This is my powdered chalk in my little chalk bag, 8B plus chalk bag. This one's called Lily. This stuff gets absolutely everywhere, but it really helps to help me grip the holds. Look at it. Probably should have done that at the end. We're gonna get chalk everywhere now. Oh well, we'll cope. I'm a climber, doesn't matter. Harness. This is my Feel harness. It's one of the only harnesses I've found that I really like because I'm a wheelchair user, in case you didn't notice. The fit and harness can be quite awkward when I'm sat down belaying. This is a soft touch harness, so there's a bit more give in it and it's a bit more flexible. Let's see what else is in here. It's like Lucky Dip. We've got a belay device. This is a gree. If I'm training with someone and they want a belay, I can belay them. I use a gree, which is an assistive assistive braking device. It is easier to use when beelaying from a wheelchair, and really good for paraclimbers, whether it be wheelchair users, maybe people with limb differences or CP, they're a bit wobbly on their feet. Yeah, this is really good. And again, it's in blue because everything's in blue. When you're climbing tall walls, you need to be tied into a rope, and beelaying is the thing the person does at the bottom of the wall at the other end of the rope to keep you nice and safe. Let's pull something out. We've got loads of resistance bands. I like to warm up with them. Super important to warm up when climbing, just so you don't injure yourself, particularly as a paraclimber. And it just gets my body moving, and it helps me get in the mindset before climbing. So I've got a muscle wasting condition, so if I start pumping really heavy weights as a warm-up, I'm just going to burn out completely. So using light resistance bands is really helpful because it gets my body moving, gets my muscles activated and ready to climb without completely fatiguing myself. We're almost at the end of what's in my bag. We've got a tiny little fingerboard. This is a training tool, and it helps me warm my fingers up as well. I basically tie it to a resistance band, put it around a big pole, and I can warm up my fingers on it, and I can train my fingers as well. Some climbing centres have pull-up bars and fingerboards, which is really great, hangboards, but because I'm a wheelchair user, they can be really difficult to reach. So having something portable like this means I can reach the training tools that I want to reach without having to awkwardly work out how I'm going to reach something that's above standing height. Last thing in here is my gym strap. This isn't for climbing. This is for when I'm in the gym lifting weights, because I've not got much core function. I get a bit wobbly when I'm sat on gym equipment. It means I can essentially strap myself to the bench or whatever I need, stops me falling off, but also gives me the support I need to be able to lift heavy things and look really cool. I'm not an amputee, so got 2 legs and 2 arms. I don't have a prosthetic leg to climb with because obviously I don't need it. Some of the paraclimbers, you'll see them climbing with fancy climbing legs with a specific foot on it. I also don't have a headset because I'm not a visually impaired climber. I just have my headphones to listen to the Spice Girls. That is everything, I think. There's nothing else in there, just chalk. Oh, and my car keys, but I don't need them for climbing.